Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury channel. This is a bit of a follow-up. This is video 20 SE77. And this is for Charles. He wants a bit of guidance. Now before we do this bit of advice, let's just check my wristwatch. I'm wearing a JJ Lecoultre Lecoultre Reverso Grande date. So yeah, it's my watch. Now he says there he wanted some advice. He goes, Archie, we spoke a week ago. I sent you a list of potential watches I'm looking to purchase, different watches and different brands, all meant to give my collection a less homogeneous profile as well as add some color and flavor, all without losing my ass. But here's where you come in. I need your excellent experience to guide me in shaping a diversified yet stable watch collection. Again, check your... Okay, so he's got a list of watches. There is a number of them, and I'm going to go through each one of these and give my opinion. So let's start firstly. First piece is a Lange Söhne Langmatic in platinum, 22,000. Now he hasn't mentioned a model number. He hasn't told me, look, I wanted reference such and such, such and such. So I've just got to give some general advice there. The Langmatic, that refers to Lange's automatic watches, automatic. So, I got to be honest with you, this watch here he's talking about, he hasn't given me a model number, so it makes it a wee bit hard to know exactly which one he is referring to, because there is so many, the Langmatics, there are so many different Langmatic models there, but I assume he's mentioned a price there of $22,000 US. So I mean that would probably be the simple sort of Langmatic. It's especially when you consider it's in platinum. So it's what do I think of this watch here itself? Just having a quick look there. Look, I quite like it. I quite like it. What do I think of it as a watch there? Just a simple, very simple 3-hand, sub-second at 6 type watch there. Look, I think any Lange in platinum has great potential. You're not paying huge money, 22,000, although it's a lot of money. It's not a fortune for a Lange. I think Lange has great potential. Lange's always been priced on the secondary market a fair bit under Patek, so I'm thinking that's probably $22,000. That's pretty safe buying. You're not going to get a platinum Patek for $22,000 US. So I would say that there. You haven't told me exactly which model there, but I think it's just one of the basic Lange Langmatics there. Just a basic one. Yep. Completely get it. Not bad buying. Safe. Very good upside. Not a terrible piece there. So I'd say yeah, that's pretty good buying there itself. The next piece is a Grand Seiko. So Grand Seiko itself there. He's given me a model number SBGM221. So this is an interesting watch. It's basically your classic Grand Seiko GMT. And I got to be honest with you, he's quoted a price of $4,000. I actually love this model. This is the Grand Seiko. It's an automatic. It's 39.5 mils, steel case. I love the aqua color 24-hour hand. I don't think $4,000 for that type of watch there. I don't think it's terrible buying. I think your money's going to be pretty safe. It's great quality. I don't think you're going to have the appreciation like Rolex. Let's not be silly here. But I think that particular model has got a lot of upside. It's a model that I would buy. So $4,000 US for that model there. Yep, I think that could be a winner indeed there. So I would say Grand Seiko GMT SBGM 221, not a bad buy at that price there. The next piece he was talking about was a Zenith. Now, unfortunately, he hasn't actually told me which model. All he says is Zenith El Primero. So, you know, this could be any number of pieces there. I got to be honest with you. It makes it really hard. If you don't tell me the model number or this or that, it makes it really hard to work out there. So a Zenith El Primero, $7,000 there. Well, I would say myself, my advice on Zeniths is they have a lot of ugly models. Okay, so I would be saying go for retro. If you're going to buy a Zenith El Primero, I had the Zenith El Primero Chronomeister 1969 Open Heart. And that was kind of a very retro-y, classic Zenith. I think the secret to retaining value with Zenith is to stay away from the ugly models. The movements are amazing, but they have some really ugly models there. So I think my advices would be go for the retro type Zeniths. I think you go for the classic El Primeros, you know, with the multicolored eyes and the open heart, and you know, the reissue of vintage ones. You can't go too wrong. When they try and do something funky, ugh. But I would say that you're not going to be. That's the C with Zenith. Don't go for ugly. Don't go for just cheap. Go for the model that is. I think that you would find is a reissue. Cool. You want to go for a cool looking one because they have some ugly ones. Okay, next piece he wants to know about is the Tudor Pelagos. What do I think of the Tudor Pelagos? So there's again, he hasn't actually told me which Pelagos we're talking about because they got left hand ones, they got blue dial, they got the black dial, they got left hand, right hand, they got a few different variations there, so it makes it very hard. But generally speaking, the Pelagos, all Pelagoses are pretty damn good. Okay, I'm not a big fan of titanium, but I think for just a real knockabout type watch like that there, I don't think you can do too badly with a Pelagos. So I would say yes, that's quite okay. Now the next piece on the list here is an Omega. He says an Omega Diver, I think he means Seamaster Diver 300. Now I got to tell you, there's so many Omegas that it makes it really hard to know which one is he talking about. And it's a two tone. So what do I think? What's my honest view on that there? They are big money. He's talking $6,000 there. Okay. So what's my view? The Omega 300 meter. What do I think? Look, I think I know the one he's talking about, but it's a bit hard because there is so many Seamaster 300s there. Be careful with Omega. Be careful. $6,000. I got to be honest with you. I'd probably say no. I think Omega divers, $6,000. I'd be looking more Rolex. So I'm a two-tone, especially two-tone in the Omega Seamasters. it's a bit how's your father. So I'd say no to that. The next thing he's looking at is the Breitling. Now, I got to be honest with you there. He's looking at the Breitling Super Ocean Rainbow. Now, I've got to be totally honest with you here. This is a watch I've never really liked. Never really liked. He's talking $8,000. No, I wouldn't put the money in. Personally, I think if you like the Super Ocean Heritage, that's that retro look, I'd just go for a standard classic one. I would not get the rainbow. The rainbow one has become sort of very famous for, you know, it was the colors of the gay pride sort of movement, and that's, I can understand it. It's got, so it has got potential. Personally, I wouldn't be putting $8,000. I don't think it's that special. I don't think it's that special. $8,000 is a lot of money. See, you got to be careful. You put too much money into this watch here, and you could have gone for Rolex. So, no, I'd say no to that. I wouldn't honestly go for the rainbow. Next piece here we've got is a Tag Heuer Monaco Steve McQueen, and this is the 50th anniversary. So this is I got to tell you, the 50th anniversary. That's a very special commemorative sort of watch there. What do I think? He's talking about $6,500 there US. Look, I got to be honest with you. There are the Tag Heuers, the Monaco itself there. I quite like them. The 50th anniversary is a special one. 1999 to 2009. Look, $6,500 doesn't seem to be ridiculous. I think they're kind of special. I must say, the Monaco itself, I think, is a special watch. Just remember, a lot of them only use Solita movements. And that's a pretty hard pill to swallow, and they are very big. Like the 39 mil, the original Monaco was 38. These are 39. So, because it's a square, it's not circular, it's a square. They're really big. They wear really big. $6,500. What do I think there? I think it's borderline. Whether you like it or not, I think it is probably. I think it's a classic, iconic, beautiful watch, but, you know, is there much upside to it? Hard to say. I'd rather put my money in Rolex, personally. That's my view there, indeed. So I'd tread carefully unless you are a huge Steve McQueen fan. That's kind of, only you can decide that. Then, of course, we have got a JLC, a JLC, the Polaris. So Polaris, what do I think of the Polaris? Now that's actually quite a popular model there. He says it's stainless steel on a bracelet. It's 8K. That's kind of their sports watch. So the Polaris itself, $8,000. What do I think of that there? It's their kind of diver. He didn't tell me, he hasn't told me dial color. They do make a nice bluey, iridescent bluey color, a purpley blue. What do I think of them? I'm wearing a JLC, I'm wearing a Reverso. Personally, I would rather buy a Reverso because it's the iconic type watch. I think JLC is famous for the Reverso. The Polaris has always been, in my opinion, a bit soft. Okay, the JLC sports watches have been a bit soft. So I personally, for that sort of money, I'd prefer to get myself a Reverso because it's iconic. It's kind of the best, safest kind of Reverso. You know, I got nothing against the Polaris, but no, I would. If you want to buy a sports watch, buy Rolex. If you want to buy a JLC, I'd get Reverso or the Master Control series. This Polaris just doesn't do it for me. And then finally, he's asked me, what do I think of a Rolex 2002 Coke, unworn in mint condition, with tremendous provenance for 13.5. Is this a good point? Watches untouched. Now, I got to tell you, vintage is so hard. Vintage is hard. Vintage is hard. I got to tell you, 2002. So this is pre-ceramic. This is the last of the last of these GMTs here, sapphire GMTs before they went ceramic. It's high money. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but personally, I don't like to buy pieces that are unworn, because the problem with unworn stuff is as soon as you wear it, it's going to drop. And I don't really think many of these things really are unworn. They may look as new, but people have always. So I personally wouldn't pay massive premium for unworn. I think that's kind of, for that sort of money there, I would be more inclined to go for a, I gotta be honest with you, a black ceramic. That's what I'd be putting my money into. Does it make it terrible? Look, I think, to be honest with you there, Rick, because you've only got a small collection, you want to wear everything. I wouldn't be buying unworn sports watches like that. What's the point in having it unless you are going to wear the damn thing? So my answer to you would be to say no. I probably wouldn't buy it, because what are you going to do if you've got 20 watches and you're buying this as an investment? Fair enough, but you've only got 3, I think at the moment, 3 watches. You want to wear every one, so I wouldn't pay the premium. I wouldn't pay the premium. That's my opinion on it there. I wouldn't be paying the premium. Yeah, I kind of, that's the way I feel on it. I wouldn't be paying massive premium not to wear this watch. So there we go. That's a roundup of those watches. I hope that's done well. Guys, if you've got 10 watches you want me to quickly tell you yes, no, maybe, $50 US, send me a list of them. PayPal to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. PayPal me and I will tell you yes, no, maybe. I'll tell you what the pontiff thinks. I will give you the answer, positive, negative, whatever. I will come forward and tell you my feelings on the matter. So guys, don't be afraid to get me involved. I love talking watches. I love it. I love it to death. I'm your pontiff, Archie Luxury. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I can't survive on Google Ads alone or Super Chats. I need paid reviews. Paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. Without these paid reviews, I would sink. Please get a paid review. Please, 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 please. I really would love a paid review. I want to tell you what I think. I would love it. I'd love to hear from you. I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you my opinion, and you can share it with all your friends and enjoy it. I'm Archie Luxury, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, Archie Luxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, Archie Luxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys, Vintage Watch Co.